Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Monday, Manifesting Monday and Mindset. Now, I'm actually going to talk a small bit today about the new moon that's coming up, and it is a solar eclipse. And just there are several things about this new moon. Firstly, it's going to be a very big, very important new moon. It's going to be a solar eclipse as well, and that it's quite an unusual one. And it starts that you see the ring, and wherever it'll mostly be seen that part in Australia and moving down. Oh, I've forgotten where exactly, but I'm I'm in Ireland, so it's not going to be seen so much in our um, plus we won't see it here because it's going to be 12 minutes past 5 a.m., which is universal time plus one. It's basically Irish UK time. It's going to be 12 minutes past 5. Hi, JJ, good to see you. It's going to be quite amazing in that the sun and the moon are always together at a new moon, and they're at 29 degrees 50 minutes, which is really right at the end of um, of that Aries sign. It's the very last degree, and we've already had an Aries new moon at the beginning at 0 point something degrees. So we had one at the very first day of Aries, and we're having one at the very last minutes of that Aries. And then the moon is going to move in to Taurus. Now, this is really interesting, or the sun is going to move in because the following day, Mercury is about to go retrograde in Taurus. There's so much happening now with any eclipse. You're going to feel that energy really magnified. It's going to, you know, a new moon is a brilliant time to set intentions, but everything gets magnified. Plus, the energy with an eclipse, you can use that energy for about 6 months, and you'll notice this one is going to be quite amazing. We've got Jupiter also conjunct, not hugely close, but it's in 4 or 5 degrees of the sun and the moon. So whatever Jupiter comes into conjunction with, it adds expansion. It makes it bigger. It emphasizes it. So when the sun and the moon are at that degree, the very end of Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, and it's almost like the new year. Now, we've had it a month ago at the very beginning of that new year, but it's the first sign in the zodiac. New moons are always about beginnings. So this is a sort of like a double new beginning for this month. Plus, we've got that eclipse energy and making a square to the sun and moon. We've got Pluto, and it's a really tight square. Now, it's out of sign because Pluto is in 0 or 1 degrees or something. It's in the very start of Aquarius until it goes retrograde in June, I think, and it'll move back into Capricorn again, but it's in Aquarius at the moment, and it is at the very end, beginning degrees. So it's 0 point something, and we're at 29.50, the sun and the moon. So Pluto is about death and destruction and endings for beginnings. It's about the collapse of old systems. It's about shining the light on corruption, tyranny, just, anything that needs to move on. It's about shining the light also in us, in our, on our lives in order to move on. Now, because Mercury goes retrograde in Taurus the next day, and it's just minutes away from, the sun and the moon are only minutes, or, it's at the very last degrees of Aries going into Taurus, we're going to have a huge energy there around the time of that new moon. And Taurus adds calm. Taurus is grounded and it's balanced. It's steady. it brings peace and calmness. So that is beautiful aspect. That's just happening after that. Now, also Taurus rules money and financial systems. So I am sitting at the edge of my seat waiting for something to happen. And I feel that this new moon is going to really be, you know, it's really going to end an old system and bring in something new. I've got some cards. I'm going to read some tarot on it. I was going to read my usual Ascended Masters, but I I used my pendulum and it said no, that I must read these, and I'm a little reluctant to read these fully, because I've just been learning tarot for a year or so, and I'm not as confident with it. But I actually read. I picked 9 cards in my private members group this morning, and they were absolutely kind of huge. So I am going to choose new cards for here. So I'll do a reading with kind of 7 plus possibly choosing a little bit more. But what I would just say for now, so that moon is going to be brand new on the 20th in Ireland, UK time at 12 minutes past 5 a.m. So it will be 12 minutes past midnight if you're on the east coast of America, and anywhere east of that, it's going to be on the 19th. It'll be on the 20th anywhere, west of where I am in Ireland, UK time. So right now, the moon is getting smaller. You might notice that you're getting tired, or that you're getting fed up, or something's got to give, something's got to go. Lean into that and see what needs to give. What do you need to let go of? If you think that you can make a whole new brand new intention or wish on that new moon day, on the 20th or the 19th, if you knew that you could make a brand new wish, and that wish could make your dreams come true, what would that be? Think about what that would be. And in order to have that, what kind of person, what kind of life, what do you need to become in order to make that happen? Because in order to manifest anything, we have to become that version of ourselves first. So in order to become that version of yourself, what do you need to let go of? All you need to do for now is to think about that. What do you need to let go of? And every time you notice something, just tune in and let go, let go, let go. For the full moon, which was just almost 2 weeks ago, so wherever you're watching this, you'll be able to go back to my most recent full moon meditation. If you want to let something go, and if you want to focus on your bigger dream, I would strongly suggest you go back and listen to that before the new moon. Because from the full moon to the new moon, there's a huge amount of energy about letting go to become something else. And that meditation that I did, which is free on YouTube and Facebook, wherever you're watching this, gives you a sense of actually rising up to your highest self, looking at the view of where you are and what you want to be like, and becoming that. And that is really valuable right now. It's really important to do that right now. I'm going away tomorrow, and I'm going to be away for 3 full days, and I will not be making meditations at 5:12 a.m. on 20th. If I get a chance tonight, I'm going to make a meditation, and I'm going to put it in wherever you're watching to actually, I'm going to schedule it to go live at that time. So if I get that done, I will do it. But I have a huge amount of things to do before I go away. But even if I don't, I'll be back on Friday, and Friday is still a really good time to set your intentions. It's only the day after the new moon, but I will try to do that tonight. But even if I'm not, and you want to set intentions with that new moon, decide what it is you want. Just tune in to what it is you want and write it down. Write it on a piece of paper, and write it in the present tense, like you've already done it, or you've already achieved it, or you've already manifested it. What is it? Just focus on that, because the energy right now is really fast. If we can raise our vibrations, the energy that we're moving through right now is happening really fast. I have seen people manifest things really quickly, and I've been manifesting things really quickly as well because that energy is so fast. Is there anything else I need to say? Yeah, Pluto. I've said that. Yeah, so the sun, like the sun and the moon are in the very last degrees, as I said, of Aries. So, there is that new energy opportunity to kind of start afresh. Plus, because it's an eclipse, anytime there's an eclipse, we get that, 6 months ahead, and be aware. Now, I'm going to read some cards to see, okay, in love and light, clear and open reading, what do we need to hear most right now? Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle. Okay, I think that's shuffled enough. Just make. Ooh. Okay, totally different to this morning. Oh my goodness, excellent. Oh, I like that. Gosh, lots of kings, lots of male energy in this. Woohoo. Okay. Oh, I like this. This is good. Let's choose another couple. Yeah, okay. So this card represents the past, okay? And the past is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, I look at that as the systems. I always consider the Hierophant like that Capricorn sort of energy, top-down structures and systems. It's like the old way of doing things, one person kind of managing the people underneath. And this is in the past, and I feel that this is gone. This is already crumbling. This is leaving. Now, there's so much new energy moving into this age of Aquarius, and there is a 200-year sort of an overlap between moving out of one era and into another. So it'll probably be quite a while before we are totally in the age of Aquarius, but we are in there. We are moving in, and we're letting go of the old. This card is basically saying that this is gone. So this is sort of, the kind of, it's kind of top-down sort of dogma, religious sort of big, powerful organizations that are kind of ruling and take your freedom of speech. It's like that's gone, and we're moving into the time where we are sovereign beings and sovereignty. Somebody asked me, what do I mean by that, by being sovereign? We're all a child of the divine. We're all created uniquely by the divine to be and to do something, to live our life the way we were designed to live it. And that will always excite you, because what is it that you love to do? What are you better at than anybody else? And it might not just be one thing, it's a group of a lot of things together. That is your purpose and your dharma. When you live your purpose, in Sanskrit word for dharma is living your purpose. And it means that when you're doing something that you absolutely love, you're having a ripple effect on people around you and the whole world. That is the new energy that we're moving into. So we're letting go of having to work for a living and struggle and push and whatever. It's much more, there's going to be more of an energy, I feel, moving into the new age, of kind of, being at peace with who you are and having the freedom to live and to do what you're good at. Now, representing right now in this moment, this is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot and the Hierophant are actually major arcana. There's four major arcana actually in this reading that I have with just 9 cards. Major arcanas are destiny cards. So this destiny is like in the past. This era is already in the past. And what we need to do to welcome in the new is to just recognize it's gone and to live in sovereignty, to live and to believe that you are enough to do whatever it is that you want to do. This is the Chariot. So the Chariot, they're moving really quickly. Now we've got a black and a white sphinx carrying the chariot, and they sort of represent, like, their energy is different, you know, black white, and they're sort of struggling and moving and pushing now, but they're moving really quickly, and the chariot needs to crack that whip and hold really steady, or the driver or the whatever of the chariot. But it means that things are moving fast now, and there's a lot happening on both sides. And I feel that this is telling us to stop looking around at everything that might be fear-based, or what, listening to this or listening to mainstream. Certainly turn that off if you haven't already. Whatever, you know, whatever you're being told to do, stop. Whatever you are being, if you ever feel that there's a fear-based narrative pushing something, stop and tune into yourself. Let that go, bring it down from your head into your heart, let it go, and focus on the way forward. So this guy has to move steady. He can move really quickly, but he has to keep his eyes peeled on the direction that he's going. And that's really the message in a long in a long shot. It's just saying, move forward. Look at the end of the tunnel, that light at the end of the tunnel. And this is the King of Cups. Now he's well aspected in this reading. He can be a bit tricky, but he's well aspected. So the King of Cups, it's probably more the Queen of Cups it can be tricky if she's not well aspected, but the King of Cups is in his power in this reading, I believe, because he's in control of his emotions. And I think that this is what we need to do right now. So this is at one side. Go fast, go towards where you want to go. Keep your eye on the prize, on your dream, on the end result, and keep your emotions up. If you focus on the end result and how you're going to feel, you'll feel good. Those will be the good emotions. If you take your eye off and start looking at the excuse me, shit on either side of the tunnel that we're going through, well, then that'll bring your emotions down. But the king is telling you, you've got it. You've got this. You have it. Just stay focused. Okay. And in the middle, which is kind of like the essence of the reading, we've got the King of Swords. So that swords represent our thoughts and our ideas. And the King of Swords, he's upright. He is, he can be flexible, more flexible than Queen, but he's very much in control of the thoughts that he thinks. He's very much in control of, like, he's at the head of his game. He knows how to allow in the thoughts that he wants, so that, like, our thoughts create our emotions. So he's in between. So this is the way they go. We've got that. We've got this in the middle, and we've got this on that side. Okay. So sorry. So basically, the chariot is moving fast. This is what we need to be. This is telling you to be in control of your thoughts, because then you can be in control of your emotions. And we manifest by our emotions. So we want to keep our emotions up. Okay, I'm seeing some lovely people hopping on here. Hi, Mary, hi, Rianne, Susanna, Mary Mulcahy as well, and Sue Wright. Lovely to see you all. Give me a hello, anybody who's there. Okay, now that is what's happening now, and that's sort of the advice about what's happening now. Stay steady, stay steady, stay. Don't let your head run away with a narrative. Don't listen to crazy things happening around. Tune in and allow yourself to feel. Then this card is the near future, and I love this card. This card, actually, this is almost like a dream that I have for my near future, and it's about celebration and coming together. Now, we've got women celebrating there, but I just feel that this really reminds me of the rise of the divine feminine, which is happening right now. And it's been a very, this has been the past. So this is the way they work down. Okay, so this is the past, that Hierophant, which is very male energy and very male, sort of the negative. Like we have both, and there's not that there's something wrong with one or the other, but the female energy has been suppressed for millennia, and the male energy has been sort of dominant. That's leaving. It's much more balanced, and in the future, I feel that this is people coming together, celebrating. This is a real celebration card. What is it that you really want to have? Keep your eye focused on that dream, because we will be celebrating. But you've got to stop looking at what might be anything fear-based. So on either side of these, we've got, it's the Four of Wands, and wands are about your passions, your purpose, your what it is you're here to do, your mission in life. So it's, I feel my mission in life is to bring people together, and I can see, the future of having in-person events and big gatherings where everybody's sort of on the same page and sharing, and but this is a beautiful celebration card. And then on either side, because wands are about our purpose and our mission, we've got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so that has come first, just to tell you, yes, you may be tired, you may be sick of everything, you may be feeling, when is it all going to change? When I'm tired, I'm struggling. If you're feeling that struggle, you've got this. Just keep telling yourself you're there, you're almost there. And he is weary, but the nine is right at the end. It's like it's the last number in numerology, and the 10 in this, like there are 10 numbered cards in tarot, and the 10 would be like endings to new beginning. It's like the start of a whole new way. So this is really just reiterating that we are at the end of this struggle, and this is what's ahead. And I love this. This is the Queen of Wands, and she is truthful. She has integrity. She has she lives by her purpose, and she has a mission in life. She's a little bit witchy as well. She's got this little black cat, so she's able to make things happen by her thoughts and her ideas, her big desires and wishes. She's able to make them happen because she is focused on her heart and the truth, and moving forward. So yeah, there you go. That is the main reading, and I've chosen two others just as sort of advice. And so two major arcana. So I had two in that reading, and these are also two others. So this is the High Priestess and the Hanged Man. So the High Priestess and the Hanged Man, I'm feeling that, like, the High Priestess there's a lot happening. Now this can be a little bit tricky, so watch for what's happening. Watch and really tune into your heart, tune into your own energy, into your own resonance, your intuition. Check before you do anything on impulse, because there's a lot of Mars energy between now and so we've got the solar eclipse on, what is it, Wednesday night or Thursday morning, and then in 2 weeks after that we've got a lunar eclipse. So we are in that eclipse season, and Mars is out of bounds until early May. So the next 2 weeks are going to be fairly volatile. We've just got to watch and observe. Now the High Priestess is able to balance as well. She's got a great ability to balance and sort of manifest what she wants. So those pillars, there's black and there's white, there's that kind of good, bad, if she's badly aspected, it can be negative, but I don't feel it about this. And I feel that she's in her, she's on her throne, she's able to tune in to her higher self and make decisions and make things happen from her heart. And we've got the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is just telling you now, as a so be a little bit witchy, be kind of aware that you are a manifesting magician, okay? But also then hang about, like this is a hangman. He's not hanging by the neck, he's hanging by his foot and he's in a yoga pose. It's almost like he's hanging about, he's waiting, he's relaxed, and he's enlightened. He's got this bright light around his head. So, where do you need to step into your power, step up your power a bit, become more, become more intuitive. We all have that ability, and work your magic, work your manifesting magic, and then sit back and relax and watch. I feel there's a sense of watch the show, that there's something big might happen, but we've got to stay firm, we've got to stay strong, we've got to stay in our heart, and know that there's light at the end of that tunnel, and that's where we're going. The reading that I read for my private group this morning was much more about money and endings, and it was quite. I can't remember all of the cards now. It was a massive one. I know there's a couple of you here watching that are in that group, so if you haven't already seen it, go back and watch that. It's a powerful one. But I think what we have just here is what we need for people to just know and to see right now. I will do my best to make a little meditation for the new moon before I go away. I'm leaving early in the morning for 3 days, so if I get that done beforehand, I will post it, go live at 12 minutes past 5 on the 20th of AM 20th of this month for that new moon eclipse. Okay, I'm going to love you all and leave you. So thanks for coming. Thanks for watching me. And all of you lovely people, just stay calm and focus on your heart and have fun. Actually, it'll be a really abundant new moon with that. So if you're just coming on late, go back to the beginning. It can be a really abundant new moon with that Jupiter energy. And I might talk more next week of the retrograde. So Mercury going retrograde in Taurus could be about looking back at finances. We all know financial situation is hanging on by a thread if it hasn't already collapsed, but we're just been, you know, blindsided. If it does, stay calm and focus on your dream. Okay, all will be well. Bye for now.